This week, Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Jill Scott.
Like me or don't, I'm here. And I'm going to make everything I can out of this life.
Plus, blacks in the GOP. What's the Republican Party doing to attract African Americans? That's what's going on in our world, starting now. This Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, and poet is known for her soulful music and versatile acting, but she's also taking on another project to help young women succeed. Jill Scott, always good to see you. Good to see you too. What have you been up to these days? Talk to us.
I've been working on a new album. I spent a lot of time in the studio. Basically, we freestyle until I fall out. That's pretty much how we've been creating this record.
What does it sound like? I've heard a lot of shifts in your music from the first album to the most recent one.
There's a lot of new voices coming out. There's a mixture of India Davenport and myself. There's a mixture of Roxanne Shante slash my North Philly girl. There's an Anita Baker, Michael Bolton combination.
That's a combination I've never heard before.
Michael McDonald.
Oh, okay.
You know, they both have
right.
So there's a combination of that. Like I said, we've been freestyling through this project, so I never really know what voice is going to come out next.
Somebody is checking for a sister, and I'm sorry you're about to get left like bone.
I think one of the amazing things about you is that the privilege that you have, you don't just keep isolated to your family and your friends. You're also building things for people. You have a nonprofit, you have charities. Talk about some of that work you're doing.
I'm from North Philadelphia, and I focus my energy into North Philadelphia. Camden gets a bad rap too. People from Camden, oh, you're from Camden. You know, that's where the thugs are. That's where the killers be. Yeah. You know, if I came from there, you know, and I think I'm pretty well rounded. I think I'm, you know, modestly intelligent, and I love my work ethic. You know what I mean? I'm a hard worker. So if I come from there, I know that others like me are there too. So if I can create something that will expand their mind, you know, get them excited about living, then that's what this foundation does.
What are some of the programs that you all offer young people?
Well, we've been offering a scholarship program. It's not completely scholarships where we just pay your way. We say, the phrase is, I don't know if I can actually say that out loud. What my idea is, you don't throw pearl to swine. So if you're working hard and you're making grades, but you can't afford your books this semester, I see you, I got you. We're going to help you out. Right. If you're working hard and you're making your grades and putting forth the effort, but you can't afford dorm fees, we'll try to help you out. That kind of thing.
Right, like a hand up instead of a hand out.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, all right, I respect your effort. And it has to be that kind of environment. Other than that, because as you know, scholarships get passed out and kids give up in freshman year, first semester. No, I'm not going for that. You're going to have to put in some effort. So that's a part of the scholarship program. But also we have Camp Jill Scott, where kids get away, North Philly kids, Camden children as well, get away for a week. They don't have to watch their back, and they don't have to look both ways, and they don't have to wonder who has what. You know, it's a peace of mind.
One of the other ways you've inspired young people, and adults for that matter, is to really encourage them to be confident with their bodies, with who they are. I mean, how has that journey been like in the public eye? I mean, you're a beautiful woman, you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
But at the very same time, we're in a business that often wants everybody to be a size 0.
Right.
And we ain't built like that.
It's more important for me to dig myself. It's more important for me to be comfortable with myself. Especially now, because I have a child who is looking at me and watching my body language and watching my eye movement. Am I comfortable in myself or not? You know, so it's even more important for me to relax into everything that I am. You know, the judgment of people for what they look like rather than what they do and how they are. it saddens me to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know, but I just keep it moving. Like me or don't, I'm here, and I'm going to make everything I can out of this life.
Your music has matured a lot, and a lot of people, when it first started, kind of categorized you as this neo-soul person, and that became kind of the cliche thing.
Yeah.
A lot of those neo-soul artists aren't around anymore. To what do you attribute your longevity and your ability to stay relevant?
Well, I think a big part of it is that I haven't necessarily played into what the industry does. They need you to be on all the time, to oversaturate the market in a sense. I don't think that that's the best way to go for longevity. I think that you give and you fall back. Do something else. I'll write articles, or I'll act in a movie, or I'll write plays, or I'll do something else, and then I'll come back and create more music. You know, I think you can just kill yourself, basically, kill your career by oversaturation.
Well, you've been sharing your gifts with us for 10 years, and I hope that you'll give us another 20, 30, 40 of that.
God willing.
Thank you. Jill Scott, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Up next.
You give the impression as if the Democratic Party has, since its inception, has had all the answers for black people. And if that were the case, black people would not still be complaining about the problems they complained about 30 years ago,